Take 18, and I'm not joking. Take 18. Hey everybody, welcome back to Record-ology. This is going to be fun. So, we are quickly approaching Christmas. The Christmas season is like halfway over. How can this be? By the way, if you like Christmas content, don't forget to check out my wife's channel, Rain's Place, link down below for all of that cute, cuddly, and nostalgic Christmas awesomeness. We'd love to have you over there. There may be a giveaway involved too. Anyway, today here we are talking about the Christmas gift guide for 2023, which is almost over. So for that vinyl lover in your family, or for yourself, or perhaps they are one and the same, look no further. I am going to share with you some of my very favorite items from this last year that we have looked at, my recommendations. This is the shopping guide for 2023.
Welcome to Record-ology.
Do you ever feel like you're having a bad hair life? Like not just a day, but a life? Every day. I keep a comb at my desk because I'm on video calls at work all day and I'm fighting calyx. I got calyx here, all over my head. So by now you know you don't come here for the hair content. So what you hopefully come here for is vinyl records, cool tech, retro stuff, and mostly just fun, hanging out with friends. You and I are friends, absolutely. So these are my top picks for this year's shopping guide. We are gonna look at some of the items here and we will insert some footage from the devices that we've looked at over the year that have made the list, made the cut. These items I have all tested by hand and recommend all of them. I think that you will be pleasantly surprised if you haven't seen them, if you haven't tried them out for yourselves. I wanna start with this device right here. This is the We Are Rewind cassette portable. Now, it has been so hard to find a good quality portable cassette player. Not even just portable, any cassette player in this day and age. They just don't make them. The modern ones use these really cheap mechanisms. They're all DC bias recording and they're just, cheap and they don't sound good and the speed's off and there's signal noise in the headphone jack. This unit seems to fix all of those problems. It has fantastic reviews. It's designed in Paris, so you know it's good. But seriously, it's all metal construction, super heavy duty, and just trial and error has proven that this is a fantastic device. We have uploaded multiple test samples, and we might insert that in this video as well, just so you can hear how fantastic it really does sound.
In everything she did, Pocahontas was very good-natured about it, and used the opportunity to learn more English. She became so good at English.
And what's amazing me about this is the quality they've put in, even with the stuff that you can't see. Like it has a metal flywheel, so the wow and flutter is almost inaudible. And like I said before, the metal construction, the feature set, it will transmit Bluetooth to your headphones. It's just a super cool and fun device. And I've recommended this to people. Other people have picked it up on that recommendation. And so far they have all been, in agreement that it's been a great investment. So my first pick for this year's shopping guide is the We Are Rewind cassette player. I got the orange one. Orange is my favorite color, so it makes sense. They do come in a couple different colors though, to suit your taste, whatever that may be. The next one is a bit of a sleeper, and what I mean by that is it was a surprise. This is the 1x1 Lucinia turntable. Now, when you think of 1x1, you may not automatically think top-of-the-line products, and I wouldn't necessarily say this is top of the line, but it was a surprisingly good unit. And what makes this is two key aspects. One is the just basic quality. You've got a moving magnetic cartridge. You've got a quality build. The tone arm was surprisingly good. And the other thing is just the styling aesthetic. This has an amazing clear acrylic plinth. And it just looks sharp. It looks very sleek. And depending on what your design aesthetic in your house is, this might be a really, really good fit. It was a gorgeous turntable. I held on to mine, which I don't really have a lot of room for turntables. So if I hold on to one, there's a reason behind that. So I think people that saw the show, saw the review, we're in agreement that this is actually pretty surprisingly good. And I love my audience because you guys know that you can't trust a brand name, especially in this day and age. There's not, the Sony, Panasonic world of thinking anymore. Back in the 90s, if it said Sony, it was great. If it said Sanyo, it was probably okay. If it said White Westinghouse, run. You know what I mean? In this day and age, brand names mean less. And oftentimes, not oftentimes, all the time, these companies, Sony to Crosley to Audio-Technica and everybody in between, they are sourcing from third-party, oftentimes Chinese manufacturers. So a brand name that's stamped on it doesn't mean as much as it used to. This next one is a bit of a zany pick, and the reason why I say that is not because of my goofy face on the thumbnail, which somebody's like, you know what, I'm sick of your goofy faces, I'm unsubscribing because of it. Another person's like, yeah, I've been thinking about unsubscribing because of his faces, I think I'm going to do it. It's a weird thought to me. I wouldn't unsubscribe from a channel because of somebody's face. It's just weird to me. But anyway, so the product is this Studebaker boombox, and it's like exaggerated dimensions and tall and wide, and it's the crazy features, the colors, the flashing lights, the VU meters, the light show in the speakers, and just the color of the unit is red. I know they make multiple color versions of it. We've reviewed Studebaker boomboxes in the past. This one's kind of supersizes it to the next level. So you've got a surprisingly good cassette mechanism in there and a CD with a window on it. It's super fun. I do use this a lot, even, you know, obviously not when we're doing the show. It's, you know, when I started this channel, I had this weird thing where, like, if I was doing anything with records, I'd feel the need to film it. I'm getting better now about being able to listen to a record or, you know, enjoy a piece of equipment without making a video about it. But in the early days, I couldn't resist. I was filming every little thing. But this is a unit that I will just, you know, haul into the other room while I'm working on a project or something and have playing, or just enjoy it. It's a very tactile, pulls you away from your screens and devices kind of a unit, and it really allows you to enjoy the music. And it's just looking at the view meters, listening to the sound, looking at the lights, interacting with something. It's a lot of fun. It's a very much put a smile on your face type of device. Good sound quality. It is a novelty, but it's a well-built, fun novelty. So if you're interested in a wacky 80s-esque boombox, something unique to enjoy your music, it's got Bluetooth, of course, you know, but it's a fun unit. And the comments I've gotten from people that have bought them as well have told me the same thing. Like, yeah, I know this isn't a JVC 80s built like a tank boombox, but it's still just so much fun. They're having a blast with it, enjoying it, and I think that if you were to purchase this, you would agree. Now, although our bread and butter here at Record-ology has been the entry level, sometimes the very entry level, sometimes we will stray into the mid-range. What to me may be high end, to others may be beginner or entry level or, you know, mid-range. But I think I would say that a turntable priced in the, you know, $200 to $600 range would be considered mid-range, at least from a pricing standpoint for normal people. So the super rich, you know, may think of this as a toy. You know, how many things are brushed off as a toy? Oh, it's just a toy. I dismissively say that's a toy. I think we as a vinyl community do that way too often. But this unit is definitely not a toy. I would say it's mid-range. It is the U-Turn Orbit. And we've reviewed a number of U-Turn Orbits over the years. And this one is a new version of their main product line. So they came out with a new, completely ground up redesigned system this year. It's pretty pricey. It's about $1,000. We have not reviewed that. But what was brilliant is they took some of what they learned in redesigning the product and applied that back to the U-Turn Orbit series, the basic, the custom, and the mid-range one, whatever it's called. And I wanted to get my hands on this because it's their entry-level U-Turn Basic, but with some of the upgraded features. So it has a new tone arm design that is a tapered, I think it's a magnesium tone arm if I remember correctly. It's got a different cartridge on there. And what else? Oh yeah, the platter has a channeled groove for that belt to go around it. Now, if you go up to the mid-range level, it has a new motor. It's just a great, solid turntable. And there are people out there that are fairly consistently dogging on U-Turn, and I've never understood it. I just think that they have never got their hands on anything U-Turn because it's quality out of the box, made in the USA. All of the parts primarily are either made or sourced in the United States. There are parts that come from China as well, the motor and stuff. And I've done videos about how that's done. They have a brilliant process for picking the best of the motors on a yield basis. Anyway, it's a great turntable. It's a quality turntable. Some people don't like to adjust the speed with the belt. If you like to change the speed of your turntable with a switch, That upgraded model has that capability now. The basic does not come with a queuing lever. I added it. It's just a little bit of money relative. I think it's like 40 bucks. Also, it's very unique that they have an MDF platter, not the plinth, but the platter is MDF. I don't think I've seen a turntable anywhere else do that. But the value, the price is all very good for what you get. They look great. They're available in a variety of colors. That's the trick that Chevy brought to the auto world. You know, what did they offer that Ford didn't? Initially, it was the ability to pick your color. Now, as you know, I'm unashamedly a CD player and a compact disc fan. I love CDs. Portable CD players of the 90s were like luxury items. In high school, I remember everybody had them and carried them around. And if you got to class early, you could listen to your CD player for a couple of minutes till the class started. It was such a luxurious thing to have a compact disc player. I'll never forget that feeling. And what's cool is we're sort of in this renaissance of compact discs right now because CDs are cheap. You can go to thrift stores, pick them up for next to nothing. eBay, next to nothing. New music is being released in CD form still, in spite of streaming and vinyl. So there's a market for these CD players, and there's some really cool ones that are coming out with some really neat features. This year, we reviewed 3 different models from Klim, and the first one we reviewed they're all fantastic. It was the Nomad, the Journey, and there was a third one I can't think of. But the Nomad, sort of their basic unit, is such a great CD player. All 3 of them are, but I'm going to focus on this one. I use it almost every single day, and I've given a number of these away. They're just fantastic. Backlit screens, quality construction, Bluetooth capabilities, rechargeable batteries, and the feature set's fantastic as well. They've crammed it full of as much as possible, rather than, you know, having it be as bare bones as possible. And some others are that way, but the Klim units have just been blowing my mind. They're also the first company that I've been able to extract information about the compression of the actual buffer. So check out our videos on the Klim devices to see about that. And sure enough, the buffer, the anti-skip RAM, does compress the audio, as many have suggested or thought of for years. But we talk about the specifics of that. Of course, you can switch that off and listen to full uncompressed, pure compact disc digital audio as well. But if you need or want a portable CD player, this is definitely the one for you. And finally, you got to have a good portable record player. I love the portability idea of taking your record player on the go, to visit a friend, to go shopping for records, to take to a record show, whatever the case may be. The Victrola Revolution Go. Just a fantastic, fantastic unit. The case is lightweight plastic. If I dropped it once, it would probably shatter into a million pieces. But with proper adult care, this thing is fantastic. It's actually surprisingly quality sound with deep, rich bass. And a fun fact, the new mic Sonic that Via Westlife reviewed recently is made by the same company. I'm 99% sure. It shares a lot of the same components, especially that control knob, the light up thing, you press it, vinyl on, and stuff like that. And there's some other indicators as well. We could look it up and see. You can do an FCC ID lookup on the any device with Bluetooth. And speaking of Bluetooth, it receives Bluetooth and it streams Bluetooth out, broadcasts it to your headphones, speakers. It just does. It even has a way to store your records in the lid. It's just a great little device. Rechargeable battery, totally portable, weird kind of funky, chunky design. I like it. So for a portable, you can't go wrong. And I would suggest picking one of these up if you want the best quality sounding portable you've probably ever heard. All right, my friends, and that is going to do it. Thank you so much for watching, for being there, as always, for all of your support. I just want to let you know that this adapter, our Starry Night Christmas special, is still on sale at our eBay shop, link down below. Mostly, my friends, I just want to say a huge thank you for being there, for all of your support. But that's going to do it for today. So happy record hunting, and we'll see you next time.